What up, my ninjas? Dart Frog Ninja here with another weekly episode. Let's get to it. Not a whole lot going on with Biopod, just a lot of growth. You can see the back wall is filling in nicely. Soon, hopefully within a couple months, that will be all filled in. The parts that aren't filled in, we are getting a lot of green growth from the sphagnum moss. Don't know if you guys can see all that, but there's a lot of greenness happening, which is always awesome. Go green. We got some moss spore action happening down on the log. We got more. As you can see, it's starting to really take off, which is kind of cool. Speaking of moss, we've got the pillow moss doing great. Sheet moss is looking good. Sheet moss is actually growing a lot more than I thought. As you can see right there, it's trying to grow up onto the log and over it, which is pretty cool, and hopefully it will. Another new discovery I made is this moss right here. Don't know if it's a different kind of moss, or if it's just sheet moss, or if it's pillow moss, but it looks cool. It's spiky. It's neat. I'm going to let it go and see what it does. Dragon tail fern, again, more growth. I was worried about it, but as you can see, it is looking fantastic. Korean rock ferns going nuts. Look at how big the fronds are getting, how tall it's getting. It's starting to establish itself. I like it. It's going to look good. My frogs are probably going to crush it, but hey, what can you do? The Japanese crested bird's nest ferns, looking pretty good. Like I said, all the lower stuff is dying out, and it's kind of just doing its thing. There is new growth there in the center, so it is doing okay. The bromeliad is still looking interesting. Look at that deep color on that leaf. Now the back leaf did die, and I'm expecting that back leaf right here to probably die as well. But then it'll grow new leaves. But look at that color, guys. If you go back and you look at my first week when I added this in here, you would see how pale this is. And if you look at it now, you can see how bright red and gorgeous it is. Neoregalia, wild tiger, awesome bromeliad. Definitely recommend it. Everything else is going good. Microfauna is awesome. I just fed them today. There's some little bug burger, but they're everywhere in here. Springtails. I've seen baby isopods in here, as well as the adults. And then the other day, I saw something really interesting. When I lifted it up to check on the isopods, there was a small earthworm that shot immediately back into the ground. So I knew it came in off of this guy, because I did see a little earthworm in the soil when I cleaned it, and I just let it go in there because they don't hurt anything. They're just another cleanup crew. They'll help the soil. They'll help break down the decomposing stuff. So all in all, earthworm's good. So that's that. Other news with the Biopod, I did happen to get an answer on the back of what's happening with my Biopod. Why is it leaking? Turns out it's the entire aeration pump. So I remember, if you guys remember, I said a couple weeks ago I had a part on the aeration pump. The MOSFET was wrong. They're going to send me a new upgraded version. Well, it turns out the whole pump is bad. So that's probably what caused the MOSFET to malfunction. So I'm going to get a whole new pump. I don't know when. I've got to contact them probably Monday and find out when that's coming so I can get it fixed up, replace the part, and then give it a week, make sure it works without any kind of leakage or anything, and then hopefully get them in to the Biopod. If you guys have any questions or want me to do any specific kind of video, let me know. I can do fruit fly culturing videos, show you how I properly culture them and how I do it. These guys are Goldens, and I could do all sorts of other videos. Just let me know what you want, and I'll go from there. I don't believe any of my frogs are down today. I don't know if you could see him hidden in the leaves there. Like I said, this tank is overgrown, and I am going to be so glad when I get them out of this. But they're doing well. I just want to get them out of here and start on a new project. Well, that's it for today, guys. That's a short video update. Nothing really new to talk about. And that's it. Alright, guys. As always, Dart Frog Ninja checking out and saying frog on.